Welcome again. This video is called Impetus, Process and Ramification, and the aim of it is to help you understand a tool called Three-Way that'll help you unpack a discovery text for its elements. And why are we doing this? Well, when we're studying a concept, usually we focus on the event itself, so in this case the event of discovery, but we don't actually always look at the before and the after of the event. So we focus on the event of discovery, but we don't think of the lead up to the event and then the after effects of it. And when we are talking about a concept, we need to be detailed in our answers, and we need to describe all of those things that are happening, those context things. So that's why I'm giving you this three-way, to always have it in your mind to be doing this. So what is three-way? Well, a discovery always has an impetus, a process, and a ramification. And I'm going to go through those three terms now. So first of all, an impetus. An impetus is a stimulating factor that makes something happen. And basically without an impetus, the discovery doesn't end up happening. And the key question for this, to help you find the impetus of a text, is what initiates the discovery? Some synonyms to help you get what the word impetus means is words like catalyst, or a driving force, a motive, an incentive, a stimulant, or a source of inspiration. You basically need to look at what is happening before the lead up to the discovery. So for example, is there a need? Is there a complication? Is there desire in somebody? Is there a force from another person, or from a belief or a conviction or an understanding of the world? Or is it random and spontaneous? So that's number one, impetus. Number two, process. A series of actions or steps taken to achieve the discovery. The key question for this, when looking at a text, is how does the discovery take place? Some synonyms might be the procedure, or the action, the activity or the undertakings that occur within the text. Think about some of your rubric terms. For example, is the process a long or a short process? Is it deliberate or random? Is there anyone else that's involved in the process of finding the discovery? Is the person prepared or unprepared for it? And does the person know what they're about to discover? Have they discovered it before? Is it a rediscovery? So that's number two, process. And finally, number three, the ramification. What are the consequences of the discovery? So basically, what happens after the discovery takes place, and what is the impact? Key question to ask when looking at a text is, what is the outcome and effect of the discovery after it's taken place? Some synonyms for ramification include the consequence, the result, the impact, the effect of, or the byproduct of the discovery. Some questions to get you thinking. Is the discovery welcomed? Is it a beneficial discovery, or does it have a negative impact? How does the discovery change the person's understanding, self-esteem, perspectives, and relationships? And is there anyone else who is impacted by the discovery around the main character or protagonist? So that is the three-way process, and that's designed to help you examine any text for the conceptual elements of discovery in more detail. It helps you focus on those three areas, so the before, the during, and the after, rather than just the discovery itself. And it also helps you engage with the rubric a bit more. So now I want you to, but just before we go into the next part of this video, I want you to have a brief look again at the green sheet, so the simplified rubric, and just see if you can make the connections between these three-way processes that I've just outlined and some of the terms in the rubric. You might even like to go ahead and allocate the different terms of the rubric to each of the categories. So for example, where would a rediscovery go? Or where would something that's unexpected go in the three-way process? Okay, so we're going to put our learning into action now, and I'm going to show you guys a brief commercial, and we're just going to talk about what the impetus, what the process, and what the ramification of the discovery in the commercial is for us. Now we need to think about, it's a persuasive text, it's a visual text because it's a TV advertisement, so we need to think about our visual techniques and also our persuasive techniques, and also some of the text and the music which is played. So it's quite a lot to get from in a short commercial. So let's get into it. Alright, so what is the impetus, process, and ramification of discovery in this text? Let's have a look at a few of the techniques. First, we've got a facial expression of curiosity and confusion from the male, and it switches to the female who has a facial expression which is a bit more interested. And then that facial expression is reciprocated by the gentleman, and off we go with the blinking. So we've got an extreme close-up of two eyes blinking by the female, and there's a fast cut back and forward, and it goes back to the male who's winking. And then finally, the discovery is revealed through a statement where women blink twice, nearly twice as much as men do. And then there's a rhetorical question that can continue the discovery for the responder. So what is the impetus? It's initiated firstly by the curiosity that's communicated through the text between the male and the female actors through their facial expressions. And the responder begins to become curious and involved in the discovery that's happening on the screen. For the process of the discovery, a series of fast cuts between the male and female actors intensifies the interest that they have for each other. The extreme close-ups heightens the responder's focus on the eyes, and the discovery takes place with the statement at the end of the video, and it reveals that women blink twice as much as men. The ramification is that a fact has been learned that enhances the responder's understanding of people. The statement reveals this, and there's a rhetorical question that inspires the responder to become more aware of potential future discoveries that they may make in everyday circumstances. So that's it. We've looked at three-way in this text, and again, the main reason why I've done this is because I want you to focus not just on the discovery that happens. In this video, it would have just been a focus on the discovery that women and men blink at different times of the day. But I wanted you to focus on each of the aspects, the before and the after and the discovery itself, and be able to give a more descriptive answer. So you can become familiar with the impetus, the process, and the ramification, and use it to deconstruct texts as we go through in class and as you do the unseen text section of the exam.